sunscreen safety fears. As I sit here basking in the sun, it seems quite a relevant topic, but it is actually the name of an article from the New Scientist published just earlier this week. And it's really relevant because this week we had one of the highest temperatures, if not the highest temperature, recorded ever in the UK. I think it got to 38 degrees Celsius in Cambridge. And I'll show you the article. And the premise of the article is it's saying that the chemicals within sunscreens nowadays are so worrying that we should be more worried about the huge amounts of sunscreen we're applying to our skin than the harm of the sun itself, especially in the UK where the sun is a lot weaker than, say, Australia for example. And it goes on to say that of the 16 ingredients once classified as safe by the FDA when sunscreens were first starting to be mass produced and sold, only 2 of those ingredients can now be classified as safe. And it launched its own study because it was so worried about this, and it got volunteers, I think 24 volunteers, and it got them to use common sunscreens for 4 days and 4 times a day. So what they found in the study was that not only were traces of the chemicals found in the bloodstream of the human volunteers, but they were found in such high levels that the FDA were concerned whether it could be carcinogenic to the human system. And this has spawned them to say that they in the future want to do a study to see whether it could cause cancer, these high levels of chemicals within the system. So this is just one of hundreds of articles which talk about the danger of chemicals in modern cosmetics or everyday cosmetics. And the article goes on to say that this scrutiny for sunscreens is moving to the wider cosmetics industry, and it uses the example of a hair care product which has caused people's hair to fall out, leading to 21,000 complaints to the company itself and over 150 complaints to the FDA. But the FDA has been investigating this problem since 2014. So 5 years while this company is still allowed to sell these potentially harmful products, it still hasn't come to a decision. And this is one of the major distressing things about the cosmetics industry at the moment, that there doesn't seem to be any regulation for these chemicals. So my advice to you guys would be to ditch all the everyday cosmetics, a lot of which contain harmful synthetic chemicals, as we're finding in hundreds of articles within the press nowadays, and to start using only 100% truly natural and preservative free products.